Birmingham slowly starting to build here in this opening half. Gavilanes trying to get the edge against Mensa. Molina can't settle it.
But once again, it's just silly mistakes for this Miami FC side. That's defending 101. If you're Beak, if you're Barbier, you have to communicate. And passing players off, whether it's Beak that drops in, Barbier shifts over, one of the two needs to happen. You cannot afford to give a player like Pino that look, that clear from that distance.
Yeah, there are moments of flat-footedness and other moments where they're just simply getting beat. But all in all, I think that's one of the things that Antonio had mentioned to us profusely throughout these weeks is the lack of communication and the need to have more of it. Now, were you a vocal guy growing up too? No, not at all?
Never.
Did that come to you innately, or is that just more like your play had to dictate that?
I was more of a, you lead by example, you play, let your football do all the talking.
Yeah. Cardona here. '18th minute. Lopez inside the 18. Toronto, though, offside. So when you have a bunch of guys like this for Miami FC, Ricky, you have to point to certain veteran leadership to maybe be something they're not necessarily. Andrew Booth comes to mind about being that vocal guy.
100%. You have to look at players that have played in USL Championship. Danny Barbier has played at numerous stops. Beak as well. Mitrano was at Las Vegas last year. You have players that do have experience, and it's in terms of their growth as well, progression, right? You have to be able to step out of your comfort zone and be a vocal leader when you're not. And also these young players, how do you grow into a team that's so new and say, this is my role? And either I'm a leader, maybe I'm just kind of a role player in the locker room, whatever it may be. It's just going to do a world of good for this Miami FC going forward to deal with these growing pains so early on.
Cardona can't flag it down.
Hey, up! You want me to just be flat with the basketball?
There's big elements to Miami FC over the course of this year that you can really pinpoint the ups and the downs. They've conceded 6 goals in the opening half this year. 6 of the 13 that they have conceded are all in the opening half. And oddly enough, it's been bookended by what's happened at the end of the first half and at the beginning of the second half. They've surrendered 4 goals in the final 15 minutes of the opening half, and they've conceded 3 goals in the first 15 minutes of the second half. And oddly enough, when you look at the record, you think, okay, this is a team that's probably getting shut out a whole lot, not mustering any kind of offense. Well, that's not the case. They've scored in 5 of their 6 matches this year. So that tells you a couple of things. 1, you're in it. 2, your offense can find some kind of flow and rhythm and make the most of a lack of chances. And 3, you just need to clamp down defensively, especially in those closing minutes of a half through 45 or 90.
And we've seen the Birmingham Legion have some sort of success when Prosper Kassim comes centrally. So you let the run around come from Roof. Really good pattern of play once again from Thompson and company.
Both teams look somewhat comfortable as the sun continues to set out west. Field conditions look comfortable right now at FIU Soccer Stadium. Molina, who was depossessed there. Mensa here. Had a pivot earlier. Hernandez delivered a ball into the box for Pino, but his header was off the mark. This one played to the back post again. Cardona, nice play by him, responsibly defensively, but Mensa corrals it and settles it down for his teammates. Hernandez. Enzo Martinez with a boot. That thing is airmailed about 15 feet over the crossbar. Never a bad idea. Man from Uruguay. All League's second team, USL Championship.
No pressure on the ball, why not? but his shoulders are leaning back. That's why you see it go up and over the crossbar. Been very impressed with Hernandez. Well, 22 minutes in, just very composed on the ball. Player that played his football in Norway last season. There's a very nice relationship with Enzo Martinez forming in the middle of the park for Birmingham Legion.
The DA directing some traffic. Dude's got monster wingspan. Clocks in at 6'7". Hernandez into the box. That header a little bit off the mark and almost screwballs in. Nadia with a big paw, that left hand makes it still scoreless.
It's a really good ball in from Hernandez. A lot of pace behind it, so Pina just needs to help it on. Best look at it here. Really good save from Mendier. The big bear claw, and then it's a movement after from Metrano to get right before Kavita at the doorstep. He's shown extremely well once he got his opportunity of hooking it with both hands, the goalkeeper for Miami FC.
Good pivot by Nadia. Martinez working short in that corner. Top of the box, this could be trouble again. Birmingham trying to apply more pressure. Hernandez here. Cartney with a good spin. That header was just missed. Well, they continue to threat in the opening moments of this first half. Antonio Nacherino not happy.
And it's very similar, just a ball being whipped into a dangerous area. AJ Patterson just mistimes his jump, unable to get any sort of contact on it, but once again, it's Birmingham Legion in all one-way traffic for the visitors early on in this match.
Patterson, one of a handful of players picked up in the offseason. 18-year-old Miguel Perez on loan from St. Louis City SC. Lopez, no numbers though. You see the convergence by Birmingham. Looking for Gavilanes. That would have been something special. Delgado not going to be ambushed there. And just, it's one of the things when you look at Frankie Lopez, not a big dude. Man, he just works like a spark plug. And he could come up with something crafty in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, he uses his body very well. As a number 9, ability to change directions, hold up play, run the channels. There's a reason why he's had a very good career in USL Championship.
25th minute, Birmingham played to a 1-1 draw with North Carolina in their previous USL Championship contest. Knutson to Booth. Nadia. Molina. Hard to escape. Miami FC does. Quinzana looking for a little bit of separation. Lopez out wide. Lopez head up all the way. Lopez against Patterson. Lopez trying to fight, scrap the cross. That one's immediately punted back out of harm's way, but a good counter by Lopez and Miami FC.
Transition moments is something that Frank Lopez is going to look for. The ability to be direct in his movement and stretch out this Birmingham Legion back line. So what does the service look like into him? How quickly can you turn defensive efforts into attacking opportunities is going to be really important for Miami FC.
Now we'll see if Miami can play on the front foot like they did in the first 5 to 6 minutes. Booth walking it up, no resistance from Birmingham. Gavilanes and Molina are up there. Molina can't get around it. Patterson with a fine play, holding his water. Barbier, Metrano. Now the home team trying to pressure. Here's Barbier. Barbier can't get around Enzo Martinez. Veteran move there. Good poise from Martinez. McCartney. Over to Mensah. And from Cape Coast, Ghana. Hernandez, just 21 years of age. Signed with LA Galaxy at the ripe old age of 14. Talking about teenagers.
Affordability, versatility, and most importantly, availability.
Chip over here in the 27th minute. McCartney. Dawson surveying the land. Gets around though Cardona. And this will result in a corner kick. '28th minute. More of the opportunity towards Birmingham. See Pasher and Enzo Martinez. Toyota of Hollywood corner kick from Pasher. Working back post, that ball headed around. They were thinking Cardona had a hand on it. That's not the case. Lorenzo Hernandez, our lead official, had a perfect spot where that ball landed. No dice. Make sure you hang out with us at the break. Ricky and myself will have first half stats, highlights.
Affordability, versatility, and most importantly, availability. Volkswagen Sport Utility models are in stock now. Take your choice of the affordable new VW Taos, 7-passenger Tiguan, the Ruby new Atlas, stylish Atlas Cross Sport, or the full electric ID4. All with 2 years complimentary maintenance, quality German engineering, smart technology, and a lower maintenance cost. Visit a Volkswagen South Florida dealership near you and test drive one today. Shop VWFlorida.com.
Back live at FIU Soccer Stadium, 29th minute with Ricky Lopez Espin. I'm David Gascon. Pleasure to be with you tonight. Closing out the month of April before we head to May. Miami FC has had a healthy amount of home games to open up this year, but unable to do a lot of damage at home and pick up points. Sit at 1-4-1 out of a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. Birmingham Legion, 3 points in front of them at 2-2-1. Martinez to Mensah. Plenty of real estate. Mensah, see if he squares up on this. Knutson is in the way firmly. Seen some flurries from Birmingham. A couple of attempts on counters for Miami FC. McCartney fended off nicely by Knutson. Knutson using that sideline. Good boundary, but Mensah has it now. Martinez wants to get it back from Pasher. A little too late and behind him, so Mensah's there to recover. McCartney off of Knutson. And that'll result in another corner kick. Ricky, the pace of play is slowed down, but it looks like Birmingham is just matriculating the ball down the field comfortably.
I think you can look at the positive. You're Antonio Nocerino, right? You're compacting your defensive structure. You're not letting Birmingham really play through you. You're having them play around you.
Pasher working short. Gets it back, though. Pasher again. Martinez got a perfect angle on that shot. Blocked in the way through. Oddly enough, that was eerily similar to how Tormenta scored their game-tying goal on Wednesday night against Miami FC. Mensah here.
But at some point, you want any sort of possession. The home side does. It's been mostly one-way traffic all first half for Birmingham Legion. See all 10 players, besides a striker, deep in their defensive half. There's no real pressure on the ball. Birmingham Legion has the time to pick up their head, have movement ahead of it.
Mensah, sharply played. Beak is there with the right foot.
So you're going to see a lot of these types of balls from deep lying positions, different angles. So now if you're the backline and the goalkeeper for Miami, how well positioned can you be?
McCartney, fine play by Knutson to wipe that one away. It'll result in a corner kick. Now, do you think that's a result of what Birmingham has seen on tape or what they do innately?
Well, I think you look at this both ways, right? For Miami FC, they haven't offered anything forward. So that gives Birmingham the ability just to throw numbers forward and just to play what the game gives you. If Miami FC is going to have all 10 players about 30 to 35 yards away from their defensive goal, right, you have all the time in the world to pick up your head, move it from left to right. But that's when you start to see balls being whipped in. So it's just a matter of the experience for Birmingham Legion, not really forcing anything. But at some point, it's a bend, don't break for this Miami FC side. At some point,
Pasher's drive, Knutson getting in front of that one.
You have to think that it's eventually going to break.
Yeah. Now, how much does that play into what Antonio Nocerino is doing right now, given the fact that his team logged a healthy amount of minutes on Wednesday night, and they did the final 45 down a player 11v10?
Well, I think that's even more that you want on the ball.
Yeah.
Right, you want to dictate tempo because the ball never gets tired.
Yeah.
Right, so you want to make this Birmingham Legion side chase. You want them to open up and be expansive. But we haven't really seen them get on the ball to really dictate tempo. We have not seen Andrew Booth, Quinzano get, and really players in the middle of the park that they're there for that reason, to be the engine for the home side.
Patterson, Pino, McCartney all lurking. Hernandez here, Beak elevating, fine play by Sammy. 6'3" helps. Roof presents this back to Mensah. Some decent chances for Birmingham. Roof, hand up. McCartney. Beak and Knutson have been pretty stable here tonight. 34th minute. Both these teams played midweek. Birmingham Legion advanced. They beat Chattanooga 4-2 in extra time. So both these teams had to use extra time in more than one way. Another Toyota of Hollywood corner kick. So it's pretty much what Antonio said to us earlier this week. It's about recovering as fast as humanly possible. Playing's one thing, recovering and playing again is another. 2 in a week. Hernandez to no man's land. I think it's way too strong for anybody. Miami FC has scored in 4 straight contests. They've scored in 5 of 6 to open up the campaign. But as Ricky mentioned in the open, winless in their last 5. 0-4-1 during that span. Cardona got depossessed by McCartney. Looked like he used a straight arm. Can't believe that wasn't called, especially in the attacking third. Gavilanes plays this ball up to Lopez. Frankie flags it down. Frankie goes one-on-one against Patterson. AJ, fine defense. Cardona slipped it through Booth. The chip, the header, Delgado elevates. It wasn't flush, but it was effective. Delgado rises to the occasion in the 36th minute.
We've seen Miami FC be at their best when they play direct off of Frank Lopez, and it's a secondary or third action. Great ball in from Andrew Booth just around the corner. Nice little flick on from Molina. He doesn't need to hit it hard, just redirects it. But even better save in the end by Delgado.
Well, when Miami creates, they look extremely skilled. But it's about making it regular. Gavilanes, back post, Delgado did not field that ball cleanly. Fortunate enough for him, Enzo Martinez and company are there. Pasher on the counter. Pasher, 2-on-2, goes around Matrano. Matrano gets the foot out though. and negates that play.
That's a really good defensive effort by Metrano. We've seen this time after time from Tyler Pasher. The pace, the ability to put his individual marker on their heels. As a defender, you have to be so decisive when you leave your feet, and he does just that.
It's a huge play because Pasher had a full head of steam. Lopez. Martinez gets it back. McCartney again. McCartney winds it up. Knutson with his second block in this contest.
I'm attorney Julian Rudolph. I founded JR Law in 2017, and since then, I've recovered millions of dollars for my injured clients. If you've been injured, I'll handle your case personally from start to finish. Call me today at 877-GET-JR-LAW.
Back here in the 38th minute. No score yet. Glad you can be with us on a Saturday night. Miami FC and Birmingham Legion. Eastern Conference opponents, so they will see each other one more time during the regular year. Question is, will it happen a third time in the postseason? Long way to go before we head into September and October. Both these teams have a healthy amount of work to do. Molina nearly overextended on that roof. See if it's a give and go. Kasim, sharp pivot. Guenzano, defensively strong. Roof stepping up into the play. Guenzano thought he won it. He did. That was exactly the case. It ricocheted off of Roof. Back to Miami FC. We'll look around US Open Cup. Round 13. Round 3. As we get to round of 32. I know you had some fun earlier this week covering some US Open Cup matches, Ricky.
You love the Open Cup.
I'm just a fan of you.
Oh,
Seems like
stop
any
it.
game that you call, there's always something fun or dramatic going on.
Let's hope it happens tonight.
Yeah, it's always the case. There's no shortage with you.
Too kind to me.
Molina, one of the acquisitions along with Daniel Barbier from Indy 11. Ben Afemu and Ben Mines, who departed. And DA gave it away. McCartney here with a step. Hernandez, Enzo Martinez. Chip. Kasim coming out was Beak. Nice play there.
Fantastic.
Recovery was good. Gavilanes with some spirit. Patterson steps up to negate that play.
How good of an intervention was that from Beak? Last-ditch defending effort. Enzo Martinez takes about 3 players out with 1 pass. I mentioned it earlier. Kasim, left-footed, always wants to put it on that left peg of his. Just watch the movement, the recovery speed from Beak. Goal-saving challenge by the center back for Miami FC.
And the DA was coming out. Beak, as you mentioned, going in, and awesome recovery.
Just tells you the experience and the vision and the quality of Enzo Martinez as well. The right ball, the right weight into the path of Kasim. Those two have shown a relationship that is very sturdy and very solid throughout their time in Birmingham Legion.
Not comfortable again for Miami, a turnover. Hernandez, the chip. Pino was there. You live dangerously when you do this.
It's the same thing for Miami FC. Yes, you want to play possession based. Yes, you want to build out. But so many times it's just not effective. You've given the ball over extremely cheaply back to the Birmingham Legion. Your best opportunities have actually came when you've been direct. and you break that first line of pressure, you bypass that pressure, and you play into Frank Lopez, and you let him run onto it. You let him battle with Kavita and AJ Patterson, and you try to win second balls higher up the field. That's when you've been your most effective for Miami FC.
Again, Miami FC has conceded 4 goals in the final 15 minutes of the opening half. Shots right now are 7-1 in favor of Birmingham. Each team has a shot on goal. And oddly enough, when you look at deeper into the analytics, expected goals, Birmingham 0.15, Miami FC 0.11. Pasher. Kasim, left-footed strike. Oh, that one just missed by a hair. He leaned into it.
Good little interchange by Pino and Kasim. Tyler Pasher's involved as well. But watch players in their blue jersey, everyone on their heels. No one has the ability to step up and close down the space. Take a deflection or it's a save from Nadia.
Big save. Toyota of Hollywood corner kick Pasher. I mean, we were underscoring that left-footed power from Kasim. My goodness. Roof, blind turn. That thing went nowhere.
I do think for Thompson, you're going to look at this first half, 43 minutes into this game. Most of the activity has been 25 yards in from your attacking goal. You just haven't had the quality to beat this Miami FC backline and goalkeeper because the opportunities are there, but how clinical can you be beating that man? He's made some fantastic saves.
Shots down 9-1. Nadia with a good stop there. And if Miami can get out of this opening half without conceding anything, that will be a huge victory for them. I'm going to take an educated guess and say no stoppage time, Ricky. Be an intriguing conversation with both these head coaches with their respective clubs at the break. Got to imagine for Antonio Nocerino wants his club to play more on the ball. Lopez trying to do it. Lopez to Cardona. Patterson gliding in there to intercept. Molina gets around 2 defenders. Molina almost put that in a dangerous position for Lopez. Lopez was going right, that ball went left. Lorenzo Hernandez directing a little bit of traffic. Hernandez on the intercept. Martinez trying to weave his way around some pursuit. Martinez, Ford, Barbier here. Pasher, Kasim. Pino's down the middle of the pitch. Kasim, one jab step and a second one. Pulls the trigger. That shot is blocked again. And Miami FC doing a lot to help Nadia in between the pipes, Ricky. The defense has been pretty sound and great recovery all the way around.
Transition moments, changing the point of attack in the build-out phase for Birmingham Legion. Tyler Pasher lets this thing come across and catches out Danny Barbier. And much like we've seen Kasim trying to get it on his favorite left foot. And once again, it's Beek that comes across and denies a shot on target.
Pasher with one final look here. Back post, the header. Elevating Nadia. Wow, he spun. That thing was awfully close to the goal line as the opening half comes to a close. There's no VAR here, Ricky, but my goodness, Nadia came awfully close to putting that ball in his own net. End of the first half, 45 minutes in the books here, and we're scoreless.
I do think if you're Tom Stone, like I mentioned, you're getting a lot of the possession, especially high up the field, but how do you beat that man? He stood on his head. He's been very good for Antonio Chirino. I think it comes down to personality and just having the willingness to play, to get on the ball, to dictate tempo, and how quickly can you get in a rhythm this next 45 minutes. It's all to play for both of these clubs.
Shots right now are 10-1 in favor of Birmingham Legion. Each team has a shot. In fact, Birmingham Legion has 2, but nothing across the board. 45 minutes in the books here from FIU Soccer Stadium. Head coach Antonio Nocerino and company will make some adjustments, and when we come back, first half stats, highlights, and a whole lot more. We'll watch Miami FC ball here against Birmingham Legion. Don't go anywhere.
Affordability, versatility, and most importantly, availability. Volkswagen Sport Utility models are in stock now. Take your choice of the affordable new VW Taos, 7-passenger Tiguan, the Ruby new Atlas, stylish Atlas Cross Sport, or the full electric ID4. All with 2 years complimentary maintenance, quality German engineering, smart technology, and a lower maintenance cost. Visit a Volkswagen South Florida dealership near you and test drive one today. Shop VWFlorida.com.
No one was born a hero. It's an everyday journey. There are no shortcuts, no days off, no perfect scenarios. Things won't always go the way you expect. But overcoming challenges is part of the game too. Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
Break right now. Miami FC and Birmingham Legion are scoreless. Welcome to the Macron Halftime Report presented by your Volkswagen dealers of South Florida. USL Championship goals and saves of the week. We got all for you now. Take it away, fellas.
Looking for his second goal for the Battery and saved by Loss. Follow-up Loss again on Myers.
Lopez on a break. Lopez a clean break. Jordan Ford comes up huge.
Dream. It's dropped into the box. Across goal. Beautiful save and another one on the rebound. Fantastic work from Jackson Lee.
So even if they're able to clear it.
Row, it's under Donovan. It's denied.
Looking for a strike, he finds Twine! That was an absolute bullet from Cavallanias.
Opportunity here, the hit, and a goal. Goodness. 2 goals apiece. You said the lethal left foot of Marcanic.
Rodriguez has it go and he ties the match. What a spectacular ball.
Traeger up over the top. Tristan Traeger. It's in. That's a brilliant goal from Traeger.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
I want it now. I got it.
doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Jennings, this is where he reeks. Jennings, 1v1. Got under it. Level. New Mexico.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
No one was born a hero. It's an everyday journey. There are no shortcuts, no days off, no perfect scenarios. Things won't always go the way you expect. But overcoming challenges is part of the game too. Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
Halftime continues with Miami FC and Birmingham Legion. We've reached the round of 32 of the U.S. Open Cup and the final USL Championship clubs, 8 of them. And in fact, the other 8 MLS teams will be joining the competition. First, let's take a look back at the previous round. It was just a couple days ago, April the 16th and the 17th. And these contests right now, you saw a couple of these matches go one way for League One and others for the USL Championship. A couple of upsets, some of them not so much. Birmingham Legion FC dispatching Chattanooga Rebels FC 4-2. All 4 of Birmingham's goals came either in the second half or in overtime. Stefanio Pino with all 4 goals in that contest. He was a stud on that night. Now take a look at the next round of the U.S. Open Cup taking place on May 7th and May 8th. What is on tap? Pittsburgh Riverhounds taking on FC Tulsa. All these times will be at Eastern Standard. Houston Dynamo, Detroit City, FC Dallas, Memphis 901, Sacramento Republic, Monterey Bay FC. That has friendly fire right there with USL Championship. The round of 32 continues though the following day on May 8th. Seattle Sounders at the bottom of the list against Lou City. That should be a fun one. Las Vegas, which has been fantastic so far this year, goes up against Los Angeles FC. So a boatload of games over the next couple of weeks that we will see with the 2024 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Speaking of cups, one of this year's most exciting new events is the USL Jägermeister Cup. This in-season cup competition features the USL League One teams in a World Cup-style tournament that is sure to thrill fans. First match will kick things off on April the 27th, then leading into April the 28th. All USL Jägermeister Cup matches are exclusively on ESPN+. As you see it right there before you, Greenville Triumph, Richmond Kickers, Tormenta, which had that big upset a couple days ago against Miami FC, Charlotte Independence on the flip side of things, Chattanooga, Red Wolves SC, 1 Knoxville, Lexington SC, and Ford Madison FC as well. That is week number 1. USL Jägermeister Cup as things will begin again on April the 27th and 28th. Halftime continues. We'll get some stats, we'll get some highlights. On the other side, Birmingham and Legion and Miami FC in game 1 of 2 during the regular season. Right around the corner. We'll be back.
Over 2,000 Toyotas are in stock and on their way to Toyota of Hollywood. Get our lowest price on every Toyota, including Corolla, Camry, Highlander, Tacoma, and RAV4. Like a Corolla LE, not $24,000, $17,975. We'll pay you up to $2,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for your trade. That's $2,000 more than it's worth at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Affordability, versatility, and most importantly, availability. Volkswagen Sport Utility models are in stock now. Take your choice of the affordable new VW Taos, 7-passenger Tiguan, the Ruby new Atlas, stylish Atlas Cross Sport, or the full electric ID4. All with 2 years complimentary maintenance, quality German engineering, smart technology, and a lower maintenance cost. Visit a Volkswagen South Florida dealership near you and test drive one today. Shop VWFlorida.com.
Young, hungry, determined, no icons, products of our environment, predators. This is our moment. We are Miami FC.
This broadcast is brought to you by micromobility.com. Toyota of Hollywood. Baptist Health, your orthopedic care specialists. Back here live at FIU Soccer Stadium. Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm David Gascon. Hanging out with you on a glorious Saturday night. It's picture perfect here, Ricky. Miami FC, Birmingham Legion. The first of 2. Match is scoreless. Plenty of action, though, in the opening half. Some stats, some highlights. What do we got?
Really interesting game that we've had so far. We'll see Birmingham Legion. They'll start off, and it's all came on that far side, mostly through Prosper Kasim. The ability to just challenge this Miami FC side through the interior. Left footer, playing on the right-hand side, so always going to come central, just pulls it a little bit wide. But you start to see Miami FC have glimpses of what they can be going forward. But once again, it was the inability to build out of the back. This is the best save from NDA. Big time, and then it's Beak that gets to clean up the mess because Kavita is right there. But you just see how dangerous on set pieces the Birmingham Legion side. Frank Lopez, the work rate, the ability to create on his own and to bring players into this game, forcing a nice little save out of Delgado. But you play direct, you have runners off of Frank Lopez, and you get numbers higher up the field for Miami FC. You get rewarded for it. You take nothing away from the save from the young man Delgado between the sticks for Birmingham Legion.
The unfortunate thing for Miami FC is, although that play looked fantastic, they just have not put enough pressure on Delgado. Back the other way they go.
And once again, it's on that left-hand side through Kasim. Whether it's Pasha, whether it is Pino, they've been always asking questions and trying to unbalance this Miami FC side. Undier makes another really good save to push it wide of his far post, and that's how we walk into halftime, 0-0.
So score is scoreless, but the shots right now 11-1. The game itself, you look at the possession numbers and think, oh my gosh, this is going to turn into a boat race at some point or another. But Miami FC isn't in trouble. At least you haven't got the sense that they look like they've been playing on their heels a whole heck of a lot. But do you feel like we need to see something drastically different in the second half if you're Antonio Nocerino?
I would not be surprised if he makes a couple of changes at halftime. As we see Gabriel Cabral, he's going to slot in the middle of the field just to dictate tempo, give a presence in the middle of the field, right? To give a willingness and a personality to show to fight, to take the opportunity with both hands and really get on the ball so you can get players like Molina, like Gavillanes, like Lopez, more involved higher up the field. So I'm not surprised that we see Antonio Nocerino bring an experienced player like Gabriel Cabral.
I know he wasn't active in the first half a whole heck of a lot, but what do you think about Fernando Delgado between the pipes? He didn't have a lot of traffic come his way, but he had to come out and be assertive out of his box on a couple different elements.
Decisive, right? So that's what you want as a goalkeeper, to stick with your decision making, and not once, but twice we saw Delgado come up and be a sweeper keeper and really negate Miami FC in transition moments.
So the one change with Gabriel Cabral coming in, he didn't play on Wednesday night in the U.S. Open Cup as the second half begins with Cabral's ambitious shot. It goes sailing over the net. There's a guy next to me that I saw score from nearly that identical spot. What was that, 4 or 5 years ago, Ricky?
I'll tell you what, Gabriel Cabral hits it really well, to be fair. Almost catches Delgado out. What a start to the second half that would have been.
Jeez. That will certainly count as a shot. Just unfortunately for them, not on goal. Kasim here has a step. Kasim plays it through. Pino. Now DA comes out to challenge. One stop, there's the rebound. He pounces on that too.
Whew. End to end, once again, just look at the patience for Kasim to let this play develop, and it's a movement from Pino. Off the shoulder of Knutson. Nandia comes off his line really big, really quickly. The big kick save, no spillage whatsoever. But you see how quickly and how explosive this Legion side can be in transition moments with their two front runners.
Like 60 seconds into the second half, and we had a shot almost going from midfield and another one that nearly counted for Pino streaking in perfect transition. That synchronized movement from Birmingham, moving from left to right.
Hey, early!
Now the goal you scored, how far out do you think that was?
It's from midway.
Unbelievable. That's the beauty about you now, is that lives in infamy for a keeper on the World Wide Web. So you got bragging rights to your youngins whenever you do have kids. They can always look at dad scoring a goal from 50 or 60 yards out, just clowning a keeper. Anyways, Kasim here in the 48th. Prosper, just outside Enzo, toe tap, going down. Metrano, fine play defensively.
And once again, Antonio Tribino just showing the ability to fluctuate between tactical formations. Now back in a 4-back system, Metrano, Knutson, Barbier, and Cardona will be your back four. Cabral and Booth will be your two double pivots in front of them. And then you have that front four, Molina, Gonzano, and Gavianes, and Lopez higher up the field.
Opening minutes of the second half, much better pace for both of these teams. That was a giveaway there. So Beek is out, Cabral is in for Miami FC. Nothing changing for Birmingham Legion so far. These teams have plenty at stake right now. Birmingham Legion, one of the final spots in the Eastern Conference for playoff positioning. I know it's early. Never too early to chat. Pino, sweet move around one defender. That shot will not count if it had gone in from Pasher. Pino with the contact, the foul in the attacking area.
But not dealt with nearly well enough by Cardona. He just mistimes it. And fortunate for him, it's a silly leg in from Pino, because that falls very kindly to Tyler Pasher. But it's these balls around the corner from the outside backs, Mensah and Roof on either side, with the run off the shoulder between the center back and the right center back of Miami FC that's causing them a lot of problems.
Pino is electric. He torched Chattanooga a couple days ago. As we go back to this play on the opening half, or opening minutes of this half. We've seen Gabriel score a couple of sweet goals this year and last year. Not only highlight moments, but those are like Sports Center top 10 plays of the week moments. Certainly shows flashes of it. Love to see a lot more. Delgado. Nice little deep Patterson here. Turnover, Molina, see if he can get to it. He cannot. But that'll be a foul. This could result in a yellow card as well in the 51st minute. Bang, bang play. Molina, the guilty party. Patterson down, limping just a bit. Let's see if it was valid.
It's not the best entry ball in from Roof. as Martinez has Molina coming on his backside with a lot of pace. That heavy touch right here, AJ Patterson cleans up the mess. There's a little bit of a contact on the end, but I do think what gets him in trouble is exposure of his studs as he comes in with his foot a little bit high, catches AJ Patterson.
Miami FC has a date with San Antonio next week on the 27th of April. Birmingham Legion, they'll get busy with Memphis in a week from now. Back at home, Gavilanes looked like an avalanche as he got ran over by Pasher. Gavilanes, the team's leading scorer this year for Miami FC with 4 goals. You see the tallies right now. Shots are 12-2 in favor of the road team. Expected goals, .45 for Birmingham Legion, .12 for Miami FC. Kassim. Booth on the intercept. Molina here, Gavilanes trying to go right down the middle of the pitch. Ball can't get to him. Molina with some space. Molina tries to play it through, nobody around. The Aqua Kits were moving and splintering from left to right. Cabral. Gabriel not starting tonight. He's only started in 1 match so far this season, making his 6th appearance of the year. Miami FC has scored in 4 straight, 5 of 6 to open up this campaign. They've scored a lot of different ways. One of the guys that has scored this year, Boda, not even around though, picked up 2 yellows last week. Pasher's drive blocked on the way through. Saw that countless times in the opening half, Ricky, whether it was Beek or Knutson.
Player like Tyler Pasher does everything at pace. The explosiveness, the ability to create a little bit of separation, as we see the fans having a little bit of fun. But to be fair, you have to give credit to this back line for Miami FC. Yes, they're getting beaten, maybe put in some dangerous positions, but they've been very quickly to recover. Not to let this ball run through them. Many times that we've seen a last-ditch defending effort.
Well, Roof got away with a hole before it. Now the intercept, Mensah out wide to the left. He has it now from Hernandez. Pino lurking around. Ball go back to Miami. Looked like Nadia misjudged that ball, Ricky. Fortunate enough, nobody around for Birmingham. Molina. And again, Miami FC playing back. Try to build up. Easy pickings of Guenzano. More connecting the dots from Birmingham so far than Miami. But again, the road team has nothing to show for it just yet. Birmingham reaching the round of 32 in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Reached the quarterfinals last year of the Open Cup. Enzo Martinez, who has a goal this year, trying to pick up where he left off from last year. Lopez here. Frankie getting around one defender. Lopez goes down against Patterson. No whistle, no call. And Lopez is disgusted right now at the ruling, and Patterson does a little chirping his way.
Really good defending by AJ Patterson. I do think he was beaten And he recovers extremely well. To his disbelief, it's a corner kick for Miami FC.
While we have a brief moment, the USL on the CBS networks continues this month in April, so mark your calendar. On Saturday, April 27th, as the Tampa Bay Rowdies clash with New Mexico United at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. Thompson, his troops played well in the opening half. Probably deserved a better fate. But for all the shots they did take in the opening sequence, plenty of them were fought off by Nadia and also blocked by the defense, Knutson and Beek. With a handful combined, Mensah slowly getting up. Mensah was active in the first 45. Moses one can hope he will return. Nothing serious. Gavilanes trying to work the offense here. Nobody around. That ball a little bit too soft as Roof was able to head it. Cabral misguided on that. Delgado misplayed it and collected just in the hair of time. Wow, this is some butterfingers right there from the 17-year-old. '58th minute. Delgado, who had a brief scare. Miami trying to extend offensively. Mensah, who has returned. Pino. Kassim looking for a lane. Pushes back to the right-hand side. Roof, good step. Metrano got in front of him, and now a whistle, a foul, and this will be a free kick from just outside the 18. Metrano looks like he has a valid argument because we've seen plenty of contact in the attacking third for both sides here tonight, Ricky.
Take a look here. A really interesting one because he does go with the wrong foot, right? You want to step with that right foot and come across Roof, but as you go with the left, you always run the risk of going in beyond and in behind of Roof, and I do think that's what gets him in trouble. Roof does very well to put himself between him, Metrano, and the ball. Any sort of contact, because it's from the back, he's going to go down. Oh, interesting. Really good opportunity for Birmingham Legion as Tyler Pasher stands over it. Very comfortable distance to go up and over the wall to that near post, or just flick it to the back post and see what happens. Plethora of options here.
Pasher, the man from Ontario, California, left foot bending in. Nadia, it's not a good play by him. That ball is clearly going wide of the cage, and it comes right back to Birmingham. Hernandez's ambitious effort. That thing goes sailing up, up, and away.
Yeah, he's going to want that one back, Tyler Pasher, because if you do elect to go to the back post, you need to take it away from NDA. To not let him have any sort of play on this ball and let your boys run onto it. Or you go to the near post. A player of that quality should be putting a little bit more pressure on the goalkeeper.
More physical contact as Gavilanes is on a heap. And a yellow card is going to be administered here at the 60th minute. Take a peek at this again, Ricky, because not that the yellow card came out of nowhere, but getting a better look via replay will certainly help us.
Not the best ball by Cardona. Momentum does come through the back of Gavilanes, and you just see at the far end of your screen, it's going to be Antonio Chirito barking for a yellow card. It is a foul. The yellow card, I do think it's very similar in the challenge that Metrano just put in on Roof. right? So if you do call it, you're just looking for consistency from our center referee.
Lorenzo Hernandez, the lead official tonight.
Over 2,000 Toyotas are in stock and on their way to Toyota of Hollywood. Get our lowest price on every Toyota, including Corolla, Camry, Highlander, Tacoma, and RAV4. Like a Corolla LE, not $24,000, $17,975. We'll pay you up to $2,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for your trade. That's $2,000 more than it's worth at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Cabalanias with a great effort there. Fought off, though, by Delgado. 62nd minute. Best opportunity of the second half for Miami FC. Barbier gave it away, though. Hernandez springing loose. Kasim. The DA blows the tire. Watch out. Kasim with an open net. A tap-in goal. Pino scores. Simply losing your footing. Nadia in a do-or-die moment. 6 feet under. Birmingham's on the board in the 62nd minute, and it's 1-0 Birmingham Legion.
You do so well defensively for Miami FC for 63 minutes. Good pick out by Hernandez. A little bit too much weight in NDA. It's an uh-oh moment, just loses his footing, but you have to give credit to Prosper Kasim. So many times players in that opportunity would just go for goal. And able to get his pivot foot right, and the goalkeeper goes down unselfishly from the number 10, finds Pino. 8 yards out, will never miss that one. Gets his first on the season, and Birmingham Legion go up 1-0 here on the road.
Yeah, so for Pino, he scored the last five Birmingham Legion goals. He scored 4 of them just the other day against Chattanooga. Cabral again. Delgado not falling asleep. So there's moments in time where the goal probably looks like the size of a door, and then other times it looks like the size of probably a theater stage. The curtain's wide open. Probably the case right now for Pino. Scored 4 goals the other day against Chattanooga, and as Ricky just mentioned, his first USL Championship goal here in 2024. Pino's goal, when he scored all 4 of those the other day, became the 13th player in modern history to score that many goals. Medrano played through. Watch out, Luisinho had a bid on it. Ball was wiped away by Mensah at the very last moment. So Luisinho, who came in and provided more than a spark on Wednesday night. He's a deadly striker for Miami, trying to get on the board here tonight.
We'll just see a little bit of skill. The moment he gets on the ball, the ability to make his individual markers skip and miss. Very flashy. Give credit to Mensah. Right place, right time, because it could have easily been 1-1 Miami FC.
Toya of Hollywood corner kick. Cabral here. Roof heads it away. We have seen some unfortunate things between the pipes for Miami keepers this year, Ricky. Daniel Gagliardi did nearly the same exact thing a few weeks ago. The DA here tonight, coming all the way out to challenge, and the end result was a goal for the opposition.
Pino! Pino!
It has to be frustrating, because yes, you've done well defensively for 65 minutes. Watch out, bad giveaway.
Turnover, Martinez trying to make him pay. Pino right-hand side, clean look towards target, but before that even occurs, official near side flag. Ricky, someone's living dangerously.
Big mistake here from Pino. 3v2 going back the other way for Birmingham Legion. You cannot get caught offside. You're looking down the line. Because they've easily been 2-0 Birmingham Legion, and very comfortable for Tom Sohn. Silly mistake from your striker.
So Roof will depart. A couple of changes being made for the road team. Marina comes in. Nwegbo also in. Prosper Kasim will exit. Mujibarana. First two changes of this half for Birmingham. Pino's first goal this season. Kasim picking up the helper. And for Kasim, that's his first point of 2024. You make your breaks for Birmingham, make it count. Oddly enough for Pino, despite the fact that he scored 4 goals the other night, his first USL Championship goal this season, it's his first USL Championship goal since October of 2022. So you think the time away as he comes back, but the Brazilian playing lights out here in the first of 2 affairs between these two sides. Enzo Martinez. Vincent not happy with that.
It's a rash challenge from Gavianes. The way that he leaves his feet, both studs are exposed. Could have easily seen a yellow for that one. Has to be a little bit of frustration from the attacking player. Vincent definitely did not like it.
See the shots, 16-3 favor of Birmingham, 5-1 shots on target, and the percentage has been all one way for Birmingham tonight. Martinez here, trying to make things wide. The cross, Nadia comes out, helicopters around. Morana with a pretty decent service. Hernandez and Gavilanes doing the old Texas two-step. Those two jostling for positioning. Pino in the 62nd minute. Kasim, the helper. Not the prettiest of goals, but for Birmingham Legion, they could give a rip. For Miami FC, the frustration continues. They have not played poorly tonight. Cabral, the chip, Luisinho. Scored twice against Tormenta. Sweet move, getting around one defender, gets tackled into the attacking third. Sith, this results in a booking. Cabral trying to give a valid argument and a case as to why Lorenzo Hernandez needs to issue a yellow card. That's exactly the case. Knutson's there with the lead official. I don't know if they're asking for more.
Just so skillful. It is a tough challenge. He comes in late, knows exactly what he's doing. It is a yellow card, no question about it. I would have been very surprised if we saw a different color. I don't really know the argument for Knutson, because no way, at least in my opinion, that's a red card. For Luisinho, he's been the player that since coming on the field, just trying to make things happen. Go at this opposing back lines, put them on their heels, something we haven't seen, and that's a personality that Antonio Nocerino has been talking about all season. Players that want to make things happen, players that need to get on the ball and want to take it in pressure moments. Really good opportunity for Miami FC here.
These two guys near the ball can actually score from this spot, Gavilanes and Cabral. And imagine there's some temptation. Lopez is up front. Luisino to the right of Gavilanes. Cardona, Lopez, Booth, all inside or near the 18.
Top of your screen, Danny Barbier. Watch for that late trailing run. He might be the intended target, and it's a secondary ball across. That might be the play here for Miami FC.
Cabral. Luisino. He's gonna be quickly double team. That's exactly the case. It's tough sledding for anybody. So Morana and Nwegbo both in. Knutson deep possessing Pasher there. Morana gets it right back. Picked his pocket in the middle of the night. Now, there's been moments where Birmingham has been on alert defensively, but haven't needed to panic at any point in time. Cabral. Lopez onside. Lopez running out of real estate. Oh, we've seen moments like this resulting in an own goal, but not the case here.
And we've seen glimpses of what Miami FC can be going forward. That man likes to make those runs towards a corner flag, towards those channels, and then you're looking for a secondary movement right on top of that 6-yard box. But give credit to Birmingham. Box defending, they've been spot on.
Cabral here, Toyota of Hollywood corner kick. Luisino, left foot, bending in, Andrew Booth. It won't look any better than that.
Fantastic ball in from Luisino once again. And Andrew Booth doesn't need to do too much with it. Just need to help it on. Don't need any power, just use the momentum of the ball. And it's a nightmare for Delgado.
Another change here for Miami FC. The changes do continue. Mitrano will depart. Jordan Ayambilla will come in for him.
Take a look at this opportunity once again. With the pace that Luisino hits it, you just need to flick it on. You don't need to get any power. Any sort of deflection, Delgado's toast.
Mensah. Martinez, a little bit of frustration when Mensah slow played that. 74th minute. Miami has San Antonio on deck at home. Birmingham will welcome in Memphis 901. Ayambilla almost looked like he wanted to put Nwegbo in $1 million dream. Well, that's an interesting challenge from Cardona. He got away with it. Lorenzo Hernandez letting some things play on. Pasher here getting up. Appears to be okay. Tyler with a goal this season, but just the one. Hernandez went around Gavilanes. This one played into the box, top way. Enzo Martinez, see if he can square it up. No, he cannot. There was an early sense of urgency, Ricky, from Miami FC, and that quickly dissipated. Just feels like that spark that was apparent early on is having a tough time to reignite. See if Luisino and Cabral can do something to jumpstart the attack.
just don't seem confident in their passing at the moment in time, this Miami FC side.
Yeah.
Whether it's being under hit, when there's not being in the right space at the right time. Unable to get any sort of rhythm, because like you said, David, they were coming out of the break really confident. You start to see the ball zipping around, but kind of gone away at moments like that. There's no need to hit a 20-yard ball across the face of the field. Just connect it, just shift this Birmingham Legion side from left to right, and when those gaps start to open up, that's when you can play between lines. I've yet to do that since the opening moments of the second half.
Colorado Springs beating Indy 11 right now, 1-0. Colorado Springs has been horrific to open up the year. No one saw that. Wegbo, Marana, the two changes for Birmingham. Wegbo and Marana here.
It's going to be a different look on this near side for Birmingham Legion. Marana, as we've seen through his time with Houston Dynamo and that organization, the ability to work up and down on this near flank, and Wegbo, much like Prosper Kassim, can beat you 1v1, but likes to combine as well. He's going to be a right-footed player on this near side now for Birmingham Legion.
Hernandez, who picked up a yellow card in the 70th minute, has it now. Ball took a funky skip. Marana. And Wegbo, plenty of action on that ball, but it got twisting and twirling wide of the net. Let's see if we have another change coming up here in the 78th minute. Shots in this contest, 17-5 in favor of Birmingham. .52 on target. When Miami FC lost to Tampa Bay on April the 11th, they were outshot by the Rowdies 24-6. DA, who's living dangerously. The DA's been challenged a few times tonight, made some nice stops, but a misjudged ball, it really stung him badly. Pino scoring his first goal of the year. Birmingham gonna bring on 2 more players whenever we have our next dead ball.
Just needs to move faster as well. You know, a bit of intensity and tempo for Miami FC. You're down a goal.
Barbier, nicely played through. Lopez, he scores! They're gonna call him offside though. Goal won't count. Oh my.
Left side of your screen, we'll see if Frank Lopez is offside. I do think he is about a yard. Just ventures a little bit too overzealous to get on the end of it. But that's why you bring in a player like Danny Barbier. Yes, he's physical. Yes, he's good defensively, but also gives you the ability to break lines with this passing range out of this left-footed area. Fantastic ball in. Just timing a little bit off for Frank Lopez.
2 more changes. Miguel Perez coming in. Perez making his 6th appearance of the season. Does so in the 80th minute. We mentioned Perez, just 18 years of age, on loan from St. Louis City SC. So 4 total changes for Tom Selm. Birmingham trying to go on the road and capture 3 points. Ball has too much run for it. Pasher out, Perez in, and Pino out. Preston in for him. Stoppage here in the 82nd minute. That'll be a yellow card.
Attention please, substitution for Birmingham Legion FC. At number 11, Wilson's rookie. And number 4, Marcus Howard.
Another change for Birmingham. Ramez Hamuda, see him there. Luisinho with the yellow card. Got taken down by Enzo Martinez. Common foul there. Well, now for Miami FC, just running out of clock. Scored in their last 4 straight contests, but tonight the chances have occurred have been seldom, and a goal wiped off because of an offside call. Portion of the broadcast brought to you by your Volkswagen dealers of South Florida. Check out local offers at vwflorida.com today. Wegbo. I am Billa with a good fight against him. Middle of the park and just nothing building. And Billa with a foul there, and Marana not getting up easily. It's like awfully close to a yellow card. Ricky, there's just not enough questions being asked of Birmingham.
Just seems like they're very comfortable.
Yeah.
Right, they're up a goal. They have all the time in the world to pick up their head, to pick out a pass. Not under really any pressure. We haven't seen Delgado really tested. And that's something that, minute 1 that we talked about, youngster getting his debut here, you test him. We haven't really seen that from Miami FC, and I do think it starts in the middle of the field. Really difficult to create chances, watch out.
Treble, the chip, Marana and Wegbo are both there. That ball fought off though by Knutson.
But it's really difficult to create chances when you don't have anyone pulling the strings in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
You either play direct, you live on scraps. As we see this, look one more time, give credit to Knutson. Comes across and makes life very difficult for Preston. That being said, you take nothing away from the effort on the back line. I do think that's been the brightest spot for Miami FC. How many times?
Luisinho and Lopez all there. Lopez just could not get to that ball. Mensah in the nick of time.
I mean, how many times did we see Knutson? We've seen B come across. We've seen Barbier just be very brave and not let the ball go through, or have a slide tackle and last ditch defend the effort. Little things like that will do worlds for the confidence, but you can't score or put teams under pressure, you're going to keep getting those instances. You're going to be under so much pressure, and that's something that we've seen. It's been mostly one-way traffic. It's been mostly Birmingham Legion, and they're on the road.
Yeah.
They're the one dictating tempo. It should be the other way around, and I do think that's going to be the next step for Miami FC in terms of their progression, just someone to settle things down.
Make sure you stay with us at the end of this contest. Ricky and myself will have the Cricket Wireless Player of the Match once we've reached full time. Question is, who will that man be? 87th minute here from FIU Soccer Stadium. Mbilla, not good enough. Marana intercepts. Full head of steam. Cabral giving chase. And now they're even in Wegbo. Don't necessarily need to counter with a goal, but nevertheless, you're making Miami FC go the full length of the field. Lopez, Gavilanes, that pass goes behind Guenzano. Been that kind of a night. Just not enough.
It's frustration there from Cardona. He picks up a yellow card. Really late challenge.
88th minute, that occurs.
Take a look here. This ball's played into Wegbo here. Comes in very late. Knows exactly what he's doing. The right back. You look at this young side for Miami FC. Yes, you understand the overhaul in terms of the roster, the inexperience, the youth. And these are going to be very valuable lessons as they progress into the 2024 season. Right, so what's the reaction now? Now you're going to be 6 games winless through all competitions. You're looking for someone to stand up and take responsibility and just have a response, whether that is through your play, whether it is just showing a little bit of personality. Because as you get older and as you progress into the season, maybe you're not playing your best football, but you have the ability just to grind out results. And that's something that in inexperience you learn how to win, how to pick up points.
89th minute, the yellow card for Enzo Martinez. Yeah, I think to your point too, Ricky, he didn't actually play with the lead. And the dynamics of a match change when you're playing with it as opposed to chasing it. Dangerous spot, a little bit of miscommunication. Andrew Booth out wide. Cardona, not enough lift on that ball. Cabral. Everyone in Aqua trying to push forward for Miami FC. Barbier, but that's not going to do anything. Works quickly with it. Guenzano. Sharp angle, takes some contact. But a somewhat physical match. 4 minutes of added time. El Paso and Tampa Bay getting rowdy, if you will. No pun intended, Ricky. I promise you.
It's a good one.
But match is scoreless there. Indy, Colorado Springs, 1 up. Memphis, 1-0 over Monterey Bay. North Carolina, New Mexico, deuces. Rhode Island leading Las Vegas 1-0. That match is in the first half. Iambilla. Nice move. Marana here. Want to put the finishing touches as Perez. Ooh, Perez just could not get to that ball. A little too much hop on it. Perez gets that ball, it's 2-0, game's over. Lopez, who had a goal wiped out because he was ruled offside. Now Miami FC working quickly as the Toyota of Hollywood corner kick. So Gavilanes, Luisinho are both short. Looks like Gavilanes will take this instead of Luisinho. Miami FC trying to stop a skid. Resulted in being winless in their last 5. Delgado vacates his net. Lucky enough that ball didn't get behind him. Miami FC's lost 3 straight, winless in 4. Make it 5, I beg your pardon. Cabral can't get to it. Enzo Martinez surely can. Martinez gave that ball away to Cardona. Cardona probably should have given it to Booth much easier. Watch out here. This is going to be a home run shot. The DA is going to get to it in time. Fortunate enough that ball didn't have enough power on it. The DA comes well out of his net. See if Miami FC has one more shot. Birmingham trying to improve the record to 3-2-1 on the regular season. Already in the round of 32 of the US Open Cup. Lopez trying to fight. Frank needs some reinforcements though. Birmingham Legion, every time they can, they'll close the gap, and they do. Cabral. Booth has Luisinho. Luisinho in a prime spot. Luisinho the chip. Gavilanes the first stop. Delgado gets the second one. It wouldn't have counted anyway. The teenager standing up large at 6'1" comes up big. Luisinho and company stymied yet again.
We talked about him since he came on the field. Luisinho creating something out of nothing. Gavilanes just tries to help it on. Just watch the top of your screen. It's going to be a little deflection. Not once, but twice. Fantastic save from Delgado. He's been really good between the sticks for Birmingham Legion.
He was selected to represent the U17 Mexico national team at the 2023 U17 World Cup in Indonesia. Again, on loan from MLS Next Pro, Real Monarchs. And he was just placed on loan a day ago, and what do you know? The 17-year-old comes up big for Birmingham Legion, and his USL Championship debut, a clean sheet for him and Tom Stone and Birmingham Legion. They go on the road here tonight and win it by a final score of 1-0. They were impressive.
You had a lot of the ball. If you're Tom Stone, you're going to look at your side and be like, we need to be a little bit more clinical and take care of our chances, because you dictated tempo, real professional performance. But on the other side for Miami FC, you had glimpses of what you can be. But again, it's a consistency that's been lacking.
Take a look at now at our Cricket Wireless player of the match. Ricky, who do you got for us?
It has to be Luisinho. We talked about him when he came over the white line. The ability to create, the willingness to want to go at his individual marker, put them on their heels, and show a little bit of personality. Because from top to bottom for Miami FC, defensively, you were sound. You didn't create higher up the field, and yet again, you drop points at home.
And for Miami FC, losing streak continues as well. Unfortunate for them. But for Miami FC, they get San Antonio next week. Birmingham wins it by a final score of 1-0 over Miami. They improve their record to 3-2-1 this season. Miami falls to 1-5-1.
Over 2,000 Toyotas are in stock and on their way to Toyota of Hollywood. Get our lowest price on every Toyota, including Corolla, Camry, Highlander, Tacoma, and RAV4. Like a Corolla LE, not $24,000, $17,975. We'll pay you up to $2,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for your trade. That's $2,000 more than it's worth at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Full-time here at FIU Soccer Stadium. Post-game show brought to you by Volkswagen Dealers of South Florida. Check out local offers at VWFlorida.com today with Ricky Lopez Espin. I'm David Gascon. Ricky, we put a bow on this thing. Birmingham Legion, they took care of business on the road against a younger team. And for Miami FC, they're doing a lot of chasing.
And it started in this first half. It was Kasim on that far end, asking all sorts of questions of Miami FC because you had the combination play, you had the movement. The only thing that was lacking for Tom Stone and the visitors here was that final touch to put it by that man, because he was very good, especially in the first half.
Yeah, Nadia saw plenty of shots come his way in the opening half. They were outshot in the opening sequence. 10-1, but here Nadia would love to have this thing back. He blows not one but two tires.
Yeah, just unable to get his pivot foot connected into the ground. But you have to give credit to Kasim because there's a lot left to do. To pick up his head, to have the composure, because players in this angle would just go for goal. A lot of players backtracking for Miami FC. He picks out Pino. First touch, calms himself, easily slots it home. Pino's first goal in the season, 3 points for Birmingham Legion, and they pick up a really big win here in the Eastern Conference.
And they deserve to win.
100%. You talk from minute 1 to minute 94, the better side. You look at the stats, 19-6, 59 possession, and that's not easy when you go into the road against a 1-1 draw after North Carolina. You were looking for a reaction if you're Tom Stone. And the other side for Antonio Chirino, personality, consistency, and chance creation is going to be something that you're going to pinpoint here today.
Next broadcast will be next week against San Antonio for Miami FC. Kickoff time is at 7 o'clock Eastern. Meanwhile, Birmingham Legion will return home, and they have a date with Memphis. That'll do things up from FIU Soccer Stadium. Miami FC has now lost 4 in a row. They get beat here tonight by Birmingham Legion 1-0. My broadcast partner, Ricky Lopez Espin. I'm David Gascon. Hope you enjoyed this one. Have a wonderful Saturday night and a wonderful weekend. We'll catch you again next week. So long.
Telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.